Attention gamers, I'm back with another video game recommendation for a video game to get remastered. There's a video game called Sonic & Knuckles, Sega Genesis. This video game was made in 1994. It used to be very popular. The sequel to Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is actually content that was cut for time and space. Single players take on the role of Sonic or Knuckles, each of whom takes a different path through the same zones. The game lacks the save feature and competitive mode of its predecessor. However, this could be rectified using another one of the game's unique features. The cartridge has a flip up top that allows you to plug any other Sega Genesis or Mega Drive cartridge into it. Combining Sonic the Hedgehog 3 with Sonic & Knuckles gives you the complete experience. You can now play and create a save file as Knuckles, play through all 14 zones, and seek out the Super Emeralds. These massive gems transform Sonic and Knuckles into Hypersonic and Hyper Knuckles, and Tails into Super Tails. Hypersonic is even faster than Supersonic, is immune to drowning, and has a screen-clearing flash attack that rockets him in any direction. Hyper Knuckles is much the same, causing an enemy-shattering tremor when he glides into walls. Super Tails is accompanied by 4 golden flickies who auto-attack enemies. Plugging Sonic the Hedgehog 2 into the cartridge allows you to play through the game as Knuckles. His unique climbing ability lets him find hidden goodies, but the gameplay is otherwise the same. Any other Sega certified game cartridge will give you a screen where Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Dr. Eggman proclaim, "No way. No way." You can also play numerous Blue Sphere special stages, some of which are accessible via a 16-digit code. Sonic's story begins with the interrupted launch of the Death Egg. When he lands in Mushroom Hill Zone, he witnesses Knuckles securing a giant ring's hiding place. Sonic investigates and is whisked into a strange palace, where he sees the first hints of the Master Emerald and Super Emeralds. With more questions than ever, Sonic seeks answers and a way to nullify the Death Egg once and for all. Knuckles' story takes place after Sonic's adventure. His peaceful return to the status quo is interrupted by an Egg Robo bombing raid. Knuckles gives chase, leading to a final confrontation with Mecha Sonic for the fate of the Master Emerald and the teetering Angel Island. Zone. Mushroom Hill Zone. The steep hills are dominated by massive mushrooms and towering redwoods. Dr. Eggman's mysterious satellite dish seems to drain the life from the surrounding land. In Knuckles' scenario, Egg Robo has returned to finish its master's work. Bosses. Act 1 Hey Ho is a lumberjack, and that's okay. It chops down trees, lobbing the logs at you. Act 2 Jet Mobile. With the satellite dish destroyed, Dr. Eggman, or Egg Robo, retreats through a gauntlet of spiked hazards. Flying Battery Zone. Race both within and without Dr. Eggman's newest flying fortress. Watch out, some capsules hold rings, and others hold ambushing badniks. Bosses. Act 1 Gapsule. Lure the lurker to bash itself with its own maces. Act 2 Barrier Eggman. Dr. Eggman employs the same sealing laser that he had on the Wing Fortress. Dodge the laser and let Dr. Eggman blast his own ship to pieces. Hang mobile. Dr. Eggman tries to back you into a corner before swinging around. Watch out for the flamethrower over his head. Sandopolis Zone. Spin jump your way up Sand Falls. Race along the dunes to find a hidden pyramid. Within are ghosts who are only kept at bay by the ancient lighting system. In Knuckles' scenario, the ghosts are already free and very angry. Bosses, Act 1 Guardian. An ancient protector that cannot be destroyed. Beat it back to the sand pit or lure it into leaping into its doom. Act 2 Egg Golem. Dr. Eggman pirates ancient technology and tries to drive you into a corner, knock away the armor, and strike quickly. Lava Reef Zone. The blistering active volcano eventually gives way to glittering crystals and massive geothermal mechanisms. The crashed Death Egg stares from the volcanic crater. Bosses, Act 1, Heat Arms. A pair of laser-spewing tendrils precede a massive mechanical hand. Act 2, Hot Mobile. Dr. Eggman's pod controls the magma flow and destroys your footholds while launching mines. Find the flame shield at the start of the magma falls to mock his efforts. 5. Hidden Palace Zone. An underground palace with prophetic mosaics and the altars of the Master Emerald and Super Emeralds. In Sonic's and Tails scenarios, they finally confront Knuckles. Dr. Eggman makes his big play. In Knuckles' scenario, he races straight through to his final battle. Boss Knuckles. After he's gotten in your way numerous times, it's time to settle the score. Knuckles will shrug off your spin dashes, so spin jump his face. 6. Sky Sanctuary Zone. Bounce off the clouds, run up crumbling ruins in pursuit of the Death Egg. Dr. Eggman's elite are dispatched to protect its return to orbit. In Knuckles' scenario, he finally tracks down Egg Robo and the real mastermind behind the villainy. Boss Mechasonic Mark II, the new and improved model of the behemoth that Sonic destroyed in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It attacks in 3 waves. 1. Sonic the Hedgehog Egg Wrecker. In Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Egg Bouncer. Personally, with high-speed dashes and bouncing spin attacks. Once defeated, his battered form falls away with the crumbling ruins, only to return in Knuckles' scenario. Knuckles' battle goes very differently. After a one-on-one brawl, Mechasonic retreats to the stolen Master Emerald, and he tries to absorb its power. From there, Knuckles must endure Super Mechasonic's assault until its power wanes, then strike during the brief moment of weakness. 7. Death Egg Zone. Into the belly of the beast. Get propelled by winding light wave tunnels and run along the ceiling in reverse gravity zones. Bosses. Act 1. Red Eye. It first protects with spike-loaded orbs. Once free of its housing, it swings spiked platforms and fires a massive laser. Act 2. Death Ball. Its orbiting shields can't be damaged. Use the shifting gravity to use its own deployed mine tanks against it. Giant Eggman Robo. The towering mecha attempts to crush you under its fingers. Smash them apart and Dr. Eggman begins chasing you. Using the Master Emerald to power a devastating laser while its nose acts as a flamethrower. After its destruction, Dr. Eggman tries to flee. Chase him down, and as the last of the Death Egg falls to pieces beneath your feet. Number 8. Doomsday Zone. Exclusive to Supersonic or Hypersonic, blast through an asteroid field in pursuit of Dr. Eggman and the Master Emerald to end his villainy and save Angel Island. Boss, final weapon. First you must chase down the outer ship housing while dodging a barrage of missiles. Guide these back to strike the cockpit while avoiding a hail of laser fire. This video game was a classic, and it needs to be remastered. It was a lot of fun for people back in 1994. So it should make a I recommend you talk about it to people about it in person, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This game was a fun classic, and it was a lot of fun. Bye for now. Until next time, I recommend another video game to get remastered. And then, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel.